y'all, it's Hannah and welcome back to my channel, or hi, hello if you're new here. If you're new here, hi, hello and welcome. My name is Hannah and in today's video I am going to be doing a galaxy eyeshadow look. I am really excited about this tutorial today, so let's go ahead and get right on into it. Before I begin the makeup tutorial, I would just like to quickly mention, because I always forget to mention this in my videos, I already did my eyebrows off camera. I used my NYX Table Cream eyebrow pomade in the shade Chocolate, and then I primed my eyes with just a little bit of the Smashbox Photo Finish eyeshadow primer. So now we're going to move straight on into the eyeshadow. So what I want to do first is I want to lay down kind of like a transition shade, because the purple shadow that we're going to use in a little bit, it is a bit dark, and I like to kind of go in with a little bit of a lighter shade just to kind of transition everything out. So I'm going to take the Weekend Festival palette from BH Cosmetics. I'm going to take the shade Electric, which is just a really pretty bubblegum pink color, and that is going to be our transition shade today. I kind of like to mix pink and purple together. I think it makes a really good transition combo. Now I'm going to take my Makeup Geek palette, and I'm going to be using a purple shadow from this palette, and I'm going to be using the shade Wine and Dine. So as you can tell, that is a very, very deep purple color, and that pink is kind of going to counteract that purple, and it's going to make a really pretty light shade. I'm just going to go in with that same fluffy crease brush that I used for the pink, and I'm just going to be applying the purple right over the top of the pink, and then I'm going to be blending it out. Carve out my lid area with just a little bit of the Maybeline Super Stay Foundation. This is just in the shade Ivory 105, or Ivory 105. And I'm just going to pump a little bit of this onto the back of my hand. That was a lot. I probably will have to spread that out and make that a little bit more thinner. I didn't mean to squirt that much out, but you get the idea. And then I'm going to be using this little brush right here to carve out my lid. I like it because it's a little bit rounded at the top, so it makes carving out to the lid / crease area a lot easier, and the flatness of it makes it a lot easier to control and to glide over the product. Now, this Maybelline Super Stay Foundation, it is a super full coverage foundation, but it's also a very, very thin formula. I actually really liked this, but my face did not, and it broke out horribly when I was using it, so that's why I stopped using it on my face. But if you have this foundation and you have sensitive skin like I do and it was breaking you out, try using it to carve out your creases, because I promise you, chef's kiss, it's amazing. Now in the inner corner of my lid, I'm going to be applying this shadow from L'Oreal. This is their Infallible Paints Metallics eyeshadow. This is in the shade Rose Chrome. I'm going to be using this tiny little flat shader brush to apply this shadow to the inner part of my lid. And I'm going to be dampening it just a little bit with the Morphe X Jeffree Star Continuing Setting Mist. To the Aurora Lights eyeshadow palette from BH Cosmetics, and honestly, when I think of galaxy eyeshadow, I kind of think of this palette. So I'm going to take that blue shade, and it is in the shade Polar. I've actually never played around with this shadow before, so I'm really, really intrigued by it. It looks super pretty. It is a baked formula, so I'm going to be applying that shadow wet to my eye. I'm going to be using a different flat shader brush. I'm going to be using this big one, and I'm going to be packing that along the outer half of my lid area. Now I'm going to be curling my eyelashes with my e.l.f. eyelash curler. Then I'm going to be applying some mascara. And the mascara that I'm going to be using today is just the Maybelline the Falsies mascara. Juvias Place lashes. These are in the style Annabella, and these are my favorite lashes because they are very bold and they are very, very dramatic. So I'm going to be using my Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive to apply them. This is in black, and I'm not the biggest fan of the black eyelash glue because it's very messy to work with. And then I'm going to be applying them with just this metal little eyelash applicator. So I'm going to show y'all a trick today that I have learned with my lashes recently. So when you pull them off of the little plastic tray, I like to take them in between my fingers like so, and I like to just for a couple of seconds just kind of bend the band back and forth like this in between my fingers. And the reason why I like to do this is because I find that it helps to kind of shape the lash a little bit better, and it's a little bit easier to work with because it already has a curve in it, so that way when you put the lash on, you can really just focus on getting it right where you need it to and not really so much on getting it to curve, because you've already got it to curve since you've already been. Alrighty, I am back, and now we are going to be doing the lower lash line area. I just went off camera, did my foundation, my concealer, and my powder, so now we are back. So the very first thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be plopping a little bit of blue eyeliner into my waterline. I didn't know if I wanted to do blue or if I wanted to do purple, but I decided on blue. This is from LA Colors. This is just their neon eyeliner, and it's in the shade Neon Blue. Now I'm going to take the shade Wine and Dine, and I'm just going to be smudging that along my lower lash line with just this little e.l.f. concealer brush that works perfectly as a lower lash brush. Going into the BH Cosmetics Royal Affair palette, I'm going to be taking the shade Throne and applying that to my little inner corner area with just this little brush right here. This is a lip brush. Now, the reason that I'm going to be using this in my inner corner to highlight is because it has a really pretty blue shift to it. So it's going to look really pretty and really spacey in the little inner corner area. I'm going to be doing a little bit of lower lash mascara, and then I'll be done with the lower lash line area. For bronzer today, I'm just going to be using my Ceatè London bronzer. This is just in the shade Bamboo Bronzer, and to apply it, I'm just going to be using this big fluffy brush. Next, I'm going to be taking my Profusion face palette, and I'm going to be using the shade Marble, which is just a really pretty blush to blush up my cheeks with. And to apply it, I'm just going to be using this angled blush brush. I'm really excited about this next part because I've had this highlight palette for a while now, and I haven't really had any tutorials to use this with because this is a very colorful, very different highlight palette. This is almost like for highlighters for costume makeup, but I'm really excited that I get to use it today, so I'm going to use that bluey purple highlight right there. It is so, so pretty, and to apply it, I think I'm going to be using the e.l.f. highlighting brush because I haven't used this in a hot minute. Now, this is just a really pretty purple base highlighter with a blue shift to it. It looks so pretty and just so spacey and galaxy, which is why I wanted to use it today. And last but certainly not least is lips, and then we're done. So for lips, I'm just going to be using my CoverGirl lipstick. This is just any shade of Straker, and it's just a really pretty full tone nude, which is why I wanted to use it today, because we got a lot going on with the eyes. We got a lot going on with the cheeks, too, with that highlighter, so I just wanted to keep things really simple with the lips. Alrighty, y'all, so that is it for this makeup tutorial. I really hope that you all did enjoy this galaxy inspired makeup look because I had a lot of fun creating it. I love the way the eyes turned out. I love this highlighter. I'm like obsessed. It is so pretty. So if you enjoyed this video, please give this video a big thumbs up down below. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there as well because I'm here for you with new videos every Thursdays, Saturdays, and Mondays at 6 or 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You can also give me a follow over on my social media as well, so that way you can keep up with me, you can keep tabs on me, and you can keep a lookout when I post and upload new videos. So yeah, thank y'all so much for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it, and I will see you all in in Saturday's video. Bye, my little unicorn.